continue.
Gentlemen, but what if the president turns out to be bad? Can we remove him from office? Should he be impeached? I do not see the need for this impeachment. The Congress would use this to control the president and destroy his independence.
We must be careful with this tool of impeachment, lest Congress threaten the president and then control him much like a little puppet on a string. Point well taken, my friend.
Yes.
Well taken indeed.
In New York, number 11.
I was first opposed to the idea of impeachment, but now I think I am wrong. I've decided that we have to be able to remove the president from office. The president is not king. The people are king.
Aye,
Virginia, number 12.
What about a second term in office? I feel strongly that a second term should not be permitted. This is an important point. The president should return to public life, so he may refresh his understanding and feeling for the common person.
So you seem to prefer a one-term president?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let us continue with Pennsylvania, number 13.
If the president is not permitted to a second term, then he might be tempted to do illegal things. No second term tends to destroy the reason for good behavior. The hope of being rewarded by another term is saying to him, make hay while the sun shines.
Well, obviously you'd like a two-term presidency, eh? You suppose he would behave himself during the first term, and then elected, he could do whatever he pleases for the second one. Very good. A gambler at heart.
New Hampshire, number 14.
I just thought, if the president is not re-elected, there is another danger. The most capable men might be turned out of office simply because their time is out.
Food for thought, my friend.
Yes. Very well taken. Massachusetts, number 15.
I firmly believe the president should serve at least a 15-year term. It will take a long time to get into the flow of national leadership. He will then need many years to start programs to make our country better.
A 15-year term for one president?
Yes.
That is the brainchild you bring into this. What state are you from?
Massachusetts.
You have a buggy waiting for you out? For a quick, hasty. Well, now many people feel that a 15-year term of one president would be like heaven on earth. There's others who feel it might be another place entirely. But we'll consider your idea. We're considering lotteries over there. We're considering everything. Proceed.
Yes, Connecticut, number 16.
Maybe we shouldn't limit the number of terms that a president may serve. If he comes into office at 35 years of age, and his term is 15 years, then when he is 50, in the very prime of his life, with all of his knowledge, he must then be tossed aside like junk.
Oh, well, after all, 50 years, Mr. Madison, that is the prime of a man's life, eh?
Absolutely.
50 years, that's not old. Well, is it?
No, not at all.
See a budding diplomat here. Very good.
Yes.
On that one.
Yes, Virginia, number 17.
We cannot allow the president to be above the law. We must know that the president will be in a position to create many problems.
That's right. The president must obey the law like the average citizen. No one is above or below the law. Well taken. Let's continue with Pennsylvania, number 18.
If we allow the president too much power, he could end up being as bad as a king. But if his powers are too limited, he might not be able to lead well.
Exactly the problem.
That is our dilemma. Too much power, and this president would consider himself to be a king. Too little power, and then what's the point even having the president? That is our dilemma before us.
Yes.
Well put, my friend from Pennsylvania.
And New York, number 19.
Well, I fear cruelty more than anything. I've lived under a king, but never under a president. Who knows what he might do once he's in office? He could turn into a king faster than a tadpole becomes a frog.
Nice big one. Very good. Well, as a general consensus came to upon us, the president would be paid out of the new government, and then he would run for a 7-year term. We made a compromise, and 15 years of one. But we came across another problem, something South Carolina brought up, this area of impeachment. Let us propose that the president was an evil one, a corrupt one, and we would remove him from office peacefully through the instrument, the tool of impeachment. Or let us go a step further. Let us resign ourselves that Providence doth take him from office through accident or through illness. Then who would step into the shoes of the presidency? Who would then take up the reins of government? Who then would lead the country? Do any of your deputies have an idea? A show of a hat. Be polite. Yes, stand, state your state and your plan, sir. What state are you from?
New York.
Proceed, New York.
How about his wife?
His wife. What? Never mind. It depends on how old and bright she is. We'll talk about his wife later on. Never mind. His wife indeed, sir. This is a serious moment. Who would then step into the shoes of the presidency? Yes, you look like you have a visit of sanity among you.
Oh, we should have a vice president.
A vice president? We hadn't thought of that. Write that one down, Mr. Madison. Give that deputy applause. What state are you from, sir?
From Georgia.
Oh, poor little Georgia. Let me play devil's advocate with you, my friend from Georgia. Let us now perceive ourselves in this presidency issue. Let us say that the president is a goodly one and is not to be tolerated with impeachment. He is a goodly one. And Providence has not taken him from office through illness or through an accident. Then I propose this question to thee. What would you have this vice president do in office? What would be his function in government? Would you just have him sit at table, twiddling his thumbs, waiting for the president to draw? What would you have his vice president do? Any ideas here among the deputies? Pray stand, state your state and your plan, sir. What state are you from? Don't trip over.
South Carolina.
Very good, South Carolina.
I think you should solve global warming.
Yes, I don't feel
The globe is warming.
I feel fine. Why, are any of you rather hot today?
Well, we'll look at that. He's going to make another note of that.
Perhaps it's
Warning.
a-
Anyone
maybe
else
it's
heard
like
this
a
vice
stone.
president do? Yes. What would you have this vice president do?
I'm from New Jersey, and I think he should invent the horseless carriage.
Oh, we've got a good raft of deputies. We got a lottery over here. 15-year term for one. This globe is warming, and you have a horseless carriage. Oh, I can see this country pulling together marvelous.
Dr. Franklin, the next thing he's going to suggest maybe the vice president will fly to the moon.
Oh, it's not get carried away.
Preposterous.
From New Jersey, sir.
Yes, sir.
I suggest that the Vice President be head of the Senate.
Why? Just an interesting idea. Yes. Why not have the Vice President preside over the Senate? That way he would be knowledgeable about all the issues facing the country. But, would we give that deputy a They have tried their best, and that is considerable. Well, now, unfortunately, I've been given some rather disturbing news. It has come to our attention that, let's see, 16 of